I've been reading the book of Proverbs and wanted to understand how to be a Proverbs 31 woman. The Proverbs woman is an inspiring example of what it means to be a woman and follower of God who is faithful, kind, loves her family, and approaches life with grace. So in this video, I'm going to share how I am going to apply Proverbs 31 into my everyday life. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. I am so happy you guys clicked on today's video. I just finished up my quiet time. If you've been following me along on my Bible journey, you would know that I've been reading the Bible in a year. I'm doing the Bible recap with Tara Lee, and I started last August, and I am now in Proverbs. So I thought, what better way to start off learning about the book of Proverbs than taking you guys with me along on this journey of learning the book of Proverbs. And obviously with reading the book of Proverbs, I know a really important aspect in the book of Proverbs is the last chapter where they talk about how to be a Proverbs 31 woman of God. So if you've never read the book of Proverbs before, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a rundown of what the book of Proverbs is about. The book of Proverbs exists so that we can gain wisdom and understanding. Also, is coming down. Wisdom is a gift from God and a process of learning. In Proverbs 2:10, it reads that it will be pleasant to our souls as it enters our hearts. When we benefit from this type of wisdom that the book of Proverbs is telling us about, we take a look at the end of the book of Proverbs, the chapter that we're specifically going to be talking about in today's video, Proverbs 31, verses 10 through 31 describe a woman who honors God by seeking God in everything that she does in her daily life. This truly inspires me to add these characteristics into my daily life and try to become more of a woman of God in this way. So today I'm going to take you in a regular day of my life and show you how I'm specifically going to be adding Proverbs 31 characteristics into my life. The next step to being a Proverbs 31 woman is to get ready for the day. I think it is so important to make yourself get ready for the day, even if it looks like just changing your outfit or doing a little bit of skincare. That way you feel more put together and ready to tackle the day. It is really easy for me to get in a rut and not get ready at all, because in my head, I'm like, oh, nobody sees me. There's no need to do my makeup or change out of my lounge clothes. But I think that this shifts your mental health tremendously. So I really am trying to be better about it in the new year. Like I said, it doesn't have to be full glam. It can just be some moisturizer, mascara. Obviously, we live in a society where society tells us how we are supposed to look and how acne is not pretty. We don't want to see any acne whatsoever. As somebody who never struggled with acne growing up and finally getting off birth control, all this acne is showing up out of nowhere. It really makes me feel down and not so pretty. So I've really had to rely on finding my self-worth in the Lord. I will say though, before I even had acne, I never relied on God for my self-worth. I never dealt with comparison. I never dealt with feeling insecure about myself. I've really had to come to a realization that the Lord created me in His image. So if I am very frustrated with how I look and I am really down about it, that is putting God's character down because I'm shaming God for how he created me. And so I've really just had to process that this is life and I'm gonna have bad weeks with acne, but I'm also going to have good days without any acne. I also wanted to encourage you guys that if you are watching this video, to consider adding some of these healthy habits into your routine, because we aren't even halfway through the year yet. So if you haven't started any of these healthy habits, it's not too late to pick them up and start them. I feel like there is a lot of pressure in the month of January with it being the new year of like, you have to automatically start all your healthy habits in order to have a successful year. But to be honest, the first month of the new year, you're not gonna know like what you want your goals to be unless you started thinking about them back in November of the previous year. I was going to walk and talk about this, but unfortunately I can't bring you with me because it is incredibly windy out and I just know it's going to be difficult to talk with the camera. Next habit that I want you guys to try to include in your everyday routine is go on a walk. It doesn't have to be like an hour gym workout. It doesn't have to be an intense workout. I just want you guys to step out of your house and walk for 30 minutes. If you can only do 15 minutes in the beginning, that is totally okay. I just want you guys to get outside and move your body. Another thing that has helped me this year is to go on a prayer walk. And what a prayer walk is, you basically just have alone time with the Lord. And I want you guys to pick a color in the beginning of your walk, whether it's pink, yellow, orange, you name it. You're gonna find that color throughout your walk, whether it's in flowers, a mailbox, a neighbor's flag, like whatever it is, focus on those items because it really helps clear your head and kind of be at peace with the Lord. It's just you and God, and you're meditating on that and focusing on that. Okay, I just finished our Philly page. I obviously need to add a background here, but a lot of my backgrounds that I have don't match this page, I feel like. Something that I've loved to do last year, and I was trying to fill it up, like each year do a fun little scrapbook. So this was 2024. There's some things that I need to finalize on like certain pages, like this is obviously too white. I would like to add some fun stickers on there. I love looking back at this. This was our Boston and Nantucket trip. This is like literally my favorite page. I love it. You just get so inspired by scrapbooking and it's super healing to me. It's time for me to head to bed. I like to try to be in bed before 10:30 if I can, so that way I can wake up early. Before I head to bed and end today's video, I wanted to share something that I've learned in the book of Proverbs in chapter 31. When I first read through Proverbs 31, I got to verse 30 and I read, "But a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised." And I read that over and over again. And I'm like, why would a woman who fears the Lord need to be praised? I never truly understood the meaning of fearing the Lord. Fearing the Lord is a common theme throughout Proverbs. So if you go to Proverbs 9:10, it reads, "Fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is insight." If you're constantly reading about fear throughout the book of Proverbs, I don't want you to be scared of the word fear, because fear in this context doesn't mean that we are scared of the Lord. Proverbs 31:30, where they talk about a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. It's not talking about how us as women, we need to be scared of the Lord. What I took from this is that our worth of women of God is not about beauty or being able to complete all the things that Proverbs 31 tells us that we need to do. Our worth comes from who we worship. We worship a mighty, loving God. This chapter just reminded me that we can't judge women of God based on their outward appearance, because a true woman of God will prioritize her relationship with God and devote her life in everything that she does. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really want to encourage you guys to approach Proverbs 31 as a prayer to yourself. Ask the Lord to continue to work through you and show you how to become a Proverbs 31 woman, because at the end of the day, you don't become a Proverbs 31 woman overnight. If you build your foundation on this word and your relationship with the Lord, then everything else will fall into place. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.